The arrest of Chanda Kochhar and Deepak Kochhar last Friday and that of Kochhars Dhoot yesterday made the headlines in the media. The arrests made by the CBI, however, raise troubling questions. What was the CBI doing in the last 4 years since Chanda Kochhar was forced to go on leave and subsequently she was sacked as the CEO of the ICICI Bank? It was way back 2018. Though it was not said in so many words, but the sacking order that was issued had almost stated that there was prima facie evidence that a family accepted bribe in lieu of the loan advanced to Dhoot's group, Videotron group. There were telltale evidences about the illicit business links between Chanda Kochhar family and the Videotron proprietors. But the CBI refused to act beyond lodging an FIR in January 2019. But just days after, Kochhar sent out a WhatsApp message to their close family members and friends, inviting them to a cocktail dinner on January 15 at Taj Palace in Mumbai to celebrate their son's wedding reception. The CBI suddenly woke up and arrested them. Is there a method in madness? The CBI has not said anything if it was waiting for any new evidence to emerge all these years, that it has suddenly just got hold of them and subsequently it has decided to arrest the conspirators. No explanations. The only cryptic statement that the CBI issued and told the court that the culprits were not cooperating during the questioning. That's why they were arrested. We must ask the CBI bosses, are you so incompetent that it took you 4 years to realize that Kochhars and Dhoots are hard not to crack? The question is the CBI playing a dubious conspiratorial game? Or is it just a sleeping giant waking up from its slumber according to the dictates of the masters? Let's look at the facts. Way back in 2016, Arvind Gupta, an activist who's been researching into the dubious practices of the corporate houses and corporate banks, Gupta had zeroed in on the quid pro quo between Kochhars and Dhoots. The ICICI Bank, then headed by Chanda Kochhar, had extended 3,000 crore loan to Videotron company owned by Kochhars Dhoot in 6 tranches over 3 years. Arvind Gupta found out that Dhoot's Videocon company had transferred 64 crore rupees to another company specially created by Dhoot. And later, the ownership of that company was transferred to a trust run by Deepak Kochhar, Chanda Kochhar's husband. With these startling facts, Arvind Gupta wrote a letter to the Prime Minister in 2016 asking for an inquiry into the matter. But unfortunately, that letter to Prime Minister went unnoticed and unattended. A resolute Gupta met journalists and convinced them of the authenticity of his findings. When the matter was reported in a few newspapers, the ICICI Bank came out with a strong statement defending Kochhar. The then chairman of the ICICI Bank, M.K. Sharma, ruled out any scope for conflict of interest in the bank's activities. In Vagul, a doyen of banking industry and a former chairman of the ICICI Bank, attested to the unimpeachable integrity of Chanda Kochhar. K.B. Kamath, the founding boss of this illustrious bank, denounced the attempts to tarnish the formidable reputation of Chanda Kochhar. No wonder Arvind Gupta had to eat an humble pie in the face of such counteroffensive. But by the end of 2017, as the news of the 1800 crore rupees loan to Videotron turning into an MP came to light, Arvind Gupta's conflict of interest charge began to hunt. It gained traction. The RBI ordered an investigation. Chanda Kochhar was asked to go on leave in June 2018. When the committee prima facie found evidence of quid pro quo, Chanda Kochhar was advised to resign by the board. She resigned on 5th of October 2018, and that resignation letter was duly accepted by the ICICI board and by the RBI as well. But 6 months later, the bank retrospectively sacked her, withholding her pending remuneration and divesting her of both the bonuses and the stock options she had received and accumulated since 2009, when she first took charge as the CEO of the bank. Yes, the ED then had moved into action, had arrested Deepak Kochhar. But he came out of bail 6 months later. Once he came out of bail, the matter seemed to die down. The ED had turned silent. CBI had in any case not moved at all beyond lodging an FIR in January 2019. Nothing new seemed to come out in the public domain in the last several years. What then prompted the CBI to swing into action just the day after the Kochhars sent out the invite for their son's wedding reception? As we stated in the beginning, the CBI's explanation is that they want both parties to come face to face. And that's why they have been arrested. Did it need 4 years to bring both the conspirator parties to come to face? Was any of them hiding that the CBI took time to trace them? CBI's action, to say the least, is puzzling. The Supreme Court had called CBI a caged parrot, a parrot that is capable of only a command performance. It acts only on the basis of the commands issued by the political bosses. Then the question is there any specific reason why the political masters wanted the CBI to lie low for last 4 years, from January 2019 to December 2022? And then, are there any fresh reasons why the political masters, as the 2022 draws to an end, decided to flog the CBI, the sleeping CBI, to wake up and take cognizance of the case? Your guess is as good as mine.